Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Last Rouse Baseball's live commentary of Major League Baseball. And tonight, we are going to bring you the second game of the four-game set between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants. Last night, it was a fantastic start to the series as the Diamondbacks had fallen behind early 2-0 to the Giants. Battled back to tie it in the sixth with two. The game ended up going to extra innings where both clubs traded runs in the 10th. It was the Diamondbacks who scored in the top of the 11th inning as Geraldo Perdomo, the ghost runner, was brought home on a double by Ketel Marte, and that is how the game ended last night, 4-3 in favor of the Diamondbacks. Well, tonight we're going to give you the starting lineups, and first of all, from the visitors from Arizona, leading off and playing shortstop, number 2, Geraldo Perdomo. Batting second and playing second base is number 4, Ketel Marte. In the 3 spot and in left field is number 7, Corbin Carroll. In the cleanup spot and playing first base is number 53, Christian Walker. Batting fifth and doing the designated hitting is number 12, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Batting sixth in right field is number 31, Jake McCarthy. In the 7th spot and playing third base is number 6, Jace Peterson. Batting eighth and doing the catching is number 18, Carson Kelly. And batting ninth in center field is number 5, Alek Thomas. And the San Francisco Giants will send to the hill against that lineup the veteran Alex Cobb, who is 6-3 on the season. He's worked 106 innings. He's allowed 115 hits. He's walked 28 batters, and he's struck out 100, but he's got an ERA of 2.97. Well, that's your starting lineup for the Diamondbacks. Now your starting lineup for the home team from San Francisco. Leading off and playing first base, number 31, Lamont Wade Jr. Batting second, and in right field is number 8, Michael Conforto. Hitting third at third base is number 7, J.D. Davis. Batting in the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 23, Jock Peterson. Batting fifth and playing and doing the catching is number 2, Blake Sable. Batting sixth at center field is number 29, Luis Matos. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is number 35, Brandon Crawford. Batting eighth and at second base is number 10, Isan Diaz. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 16, A.J. Pollock. And they are going to be facing the ace of the Diamondback staff. It is going to be Zach Gallen who takes to the hill. He's 11-5 on the year. He's got 136 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 119 hits. He's walked 28 and struck out 143. And he's got an ERA of 3.36. Well, those are your starting lineups for tonight's game. We're looking forward to giving you all the action here tonight. Whether you listen live or on delay, we appreciate you guys for being here. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after a couple of these messages, and one of them from our friend Steve Rademacher.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name. And I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
We got the gotcha maker and the football lover in the house, Shotgun Shell and Steve Rademacher. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action, everybody. Thanks again for popping in here tonight. Hang tight. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. The San Francisco Giants have just taken the field, and we are about ready to get this one underway. Alex Cobb, the right-hander, getting the nod tonight for the Giants. The Giants are wearing their home whites, but it is their City Connect jersey as they have the big G on the chest over the heart and the Golden Gate Bridge logo on the sleeves. It is an orange hat, and of course, they've got the same thing on the side as well, as they've got the the Golden Gate Bridge, thinking the Lions Gate Bridge in British Columbia, Canada, of course, in Vancouver. But no, the Golden Gate Bridge is on the side of the hats. So that is what they are wearing tonight. The visitors from Arizona are going to be wearing their maroon or red tops, I guess the best way you want to put it. And they've got the gray pants as they are the road team tonight. We've got our friend in the house here. We've got God is Great, who is also listening to us from Japan, and we appreciate that you are here with us tonight. So defensively tonight for the Giants, it is going to be around the horn. We'll start in left field. Left field, it's going to be A.J. Pollock tonight making his Giants debut as we're ready to get this one underway as the first pitch of the ball game coming from Alex Cobb's. A fastball swung on it is lifted into straightaway center field. Camping out underneath it is Luis Matos, and he is going to make the catch. So with one pitch, there is one away here for the Diamondbacks in their half of the first inning. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Ketel Marte. For Marte, he's batting .295 on the season. He's got 17 homers and 56 runs driven in. It was a big part of the ball game last night. Marte, of course, knocked home the winning run with a double in the top of the 11th. Takes a 94-mile-an-hour fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Marte batting from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Cobb. Marte is one of the two switch hitters in the lineup tonight for the Diamondbacks as there's a fastball swung on. It's lifted into foul territory. Giving chase is J.D. Davis, but he's going to watch that one drift into the seats. And that's going to make the count no balls and 2 strikes to Ketel Marte. We started to give you the defensive alignment for the Giants. In left field, it's A.J. Pollock. He is making his debut for the Giants, coming over from a trade yesterday from the Seattle Mariners. In center field, it is Luis Matos, and right field, it's Michael Conforto. Around the horn from first to third, it is Lamont Wade Jr. at first. The second baseman is Isan Diaz. Shortstop is Brandon Crawford, and J.D. Davis gets the start at third with the battery of Cobb and Sable. There's a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball, and the count goes to 1-2 on Ketel Marte. They do have the infield slightly shaded to the right side for Marte, and there's a breaking ball swung on, and he fouls it right off into his foot. That's going to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Marte. John Bacon is the home plate umpire. Gabe Morales at first. Adam Beck is at second, and the crew chief, Dan Iasagna, is at third tonight. Tough night for Iasagna. I was giving it some thought afterwards. We roasted him pretty good last night, and we'll stand by that as the fastball misses up and away, and the count is 2-2. But the one thing I was watching yesterday was the catchers and the way that they received the ball, and it was Patrick Bailey and Jose Herrera. And specifically Bailey, I know Bailey has got some pretty good metrics on stealing strikes and pop time. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball that misses down. And that is going to run the count to 3-2. Our friend the Gotcha Maker and Football Lover says robbers almost robbed the hotel. Not sure what that is. That doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. So Ketel Marte batting here with a 3-2 count, and the pitch is a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly to second, fielded neatly by Diaz. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Ketel Marte on a ground out 4-3. So 2 up and 2 away, and that is going to bring up the left fielder, Corbin Carroll. Well, for Corbin Carroll, he's batting .281 on the season. He's got 21 homers and 58 runs driven in. As a time has been called by the home plate umpire, it looks like the home plate umpire was pointing to himself. Carroll digs in. The diminutive hitting left-handed hitter. There's a breaking ball that he check swing fouls right at the plate. The count is 0-1. I'm not sure where our friend the Gotcha Maker and Football Lover is, or where he's located. So no balls and 1 strike. As Carroll waits here on the offering from Cobb. Cobb gets back on the rubber. He goes back to work quickly. Here's the pitch. And he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Should Carroll reach base, it'll be Christian Walker who waits his turn on deck. Here's the offering from the right-hander who delivers. It's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner. The count now goes to 2-1. But I was starting to say a little bit yesterday about Patrick Bailey receiving the pitches and how much the glove movement and how much they yank it down and how they, in the belief is that they're stealing the strikes. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Yeah, that one there is an example I think if the catcher would have just caught the pitch where it was, he probably would have got that as a strike. And here's the pitch. As a fastball swung on, is grounded over to first, fielded neatly by the first baseman, Wade Jr., and he's going to call off Cobb. He'll take it himself. That is going to retire Carroll on a ground out to 3 for the third out of the inning. Well, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board here in the first inning for the Diamondbacks. Your score after a half inning is Arizona 0 and San Francisco coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. Appreciate everybody for listening in here with us tonight. Hang tight. We'll be right back after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate your support and everybody out there. Steve again here, obviously, with the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, we have Bernie Brewer on my favorite beverage of choice right there, along with a card of Bernie. Yay! Now, we got some special guests here. I'm not just talking about our Hall of Fame lineup. I must be in the front row. Hey, come on there, Robin. I got 3,000 hits. What do you have? Well, I was the all-time saves leader, and I got 1.5 feet on you. Okay, Raleigh, settle down, buddy. Now, none of this could be possible without Harvey's Wallbangers. There's Harvey. And who could forget the Fonz? Hey.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Zach Gallen who is taking to the hill here for the Diamondbacks to face the Giants in their half of the first inning. It'll be Lamont Wade Jr. striding in. He's batting .263 on the season with 9 homers and 28 runs driven in. The first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike on the outside corner, and the count quickly goes to 0-1. Gallen, the right-hander, ready to go again, having himself arguably a Cy Young type of season. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, there's a fastball that's check swing fouled away. The count now goes to 0-2 on Wade Jr. We mentioned at the top of the stream that Gallen is striking out just a little bit more than one per inning. 143 strikeouts in 136 2/3 innings pitched. As the right-hander rocks into a windup and delivers. And it is a breaking ball down. It is a good stop by the catcher, Carson Kelly. That makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wade Jr. having a nice bounce back year this year. After last year, it seemed like he was struck by a series of niggling injuries. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Wade Jr. is down on strikes for the first out of the inning, so 1 batter up and 1 batter down. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Michael Conforto. Defensively tonight for the Diamondbacks, from left to right field, it is Corbin Carroll in left. Center fielder is Alec Thomas. The right fielder is Jake McCarthy, so it's the same alignment as last night. Christian Walker is at first. The second baseman is Ketel Marte. Geraldo Perdomo is at short. As there's a fastball taken for a called strike by Conforto, and the count is 0-1. With Jace Peterson being newly acquired from the Oakland Athletics getting the start tonight at third. The battery is of Gallen and Peterson. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-1 to Conforto. Conforto batting .242 on the season with 13 homers and 52 runs driven in. Waits here on the offering from the right-hander Gallen. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into left field. Drifting over toward the foul line. Now backing up a little bit is Carroll. He's there to make the catch, and that's going to retire Conforto for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it up to the third baseman, J.D. Davis. For Davis on the season, he's batting .258. He's got 14 homers and 52 runs driven in. He had the night off last night as Wilmer Flores was manning the hot corner. Davis bats from the right side with a slightly open stance against the right-handed throwing Gallen. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Count is quickly 0-1 to Davis. So no balls and 1 strike. Davis is waggling the bat as the right-hander rocks into the windup and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Now goes to 0-2. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Delivered there by J.D. Davis. Gallen gets his sign from Kelly, and he's ready to go to work again. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball at 95. Swung on and missed. And that is going to do it here for the Giants as they go quietly in their half of the first inning. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 1 complete. Your score is the Diamondbacks 0 and the Giants 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with all the action in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for being here with us. Hang tight. We'll be right back.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the bottom half or the top half of the second inning, and it'll be the heart of the batting order coming up for the Diamondbacks. That means Christian Walker, Lourdes Gurriel, and Jake McCarthy to face the right-hander Alex Cobb, who is just completing his warm-up tosses. We were talking about this the other day. We were saying the difference between the Japanese League and Major League Baseball is you've got 1 minute pretty much between innings in the Japanese League. Whereas Major League Baseball, it'll be at least a couple of minutes that you're going to see that you're going to have to wait until the game is ready to go. There's just too much time in between the innings. And when you think about it, that can be a whole lot of difference. As there's a first pitch fastball that misses upstairs to Walker for ball 1, and the count's 1-0. Walker hitting .261 on the year. He's got 22 homers and 68 runs driven in. The right-hander kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and it's going to be grounded through the 6 hole into left field for a base hit. So Christian Walker's got the first hit of the ball game as he's aboard with a single, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Well, for Gurriel Jr., he's batting .249 on the season. He's got 15 homers and 57 runs batted in. Noticed his intriguing hairdo yesterday. It's when he takes his helmet off, it's pink and standing up. So we'll see if he's keeping the same hairstyle here. Here comes the first offering as Cobb works to the set. Now he delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1 to Gurriel Jr. He's catching up on some of our other pieces of information as we look at the other stuff around Major League Baseball. Lots of action in the trade department today, and we'll try to get to some of that as we move along. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away over on the first base side, and the count now goes to 0-2. So lots of movement, lots of non-movement in some cases as well. So that'll keep everybody on the edge. A lot of intrigue as to what the Dodgers might end up doing. As here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to second. Diaz flips it to Crawford for 1. Back to first, and it's a double play. That is going to be of the 4-6-3 variety. As Gurriel is gone at the back end and Walker is gone at the lead end. So 2 for the price of 1, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, Jake McCarthy. One thing we can say about Jason Diaz, who started that double play, he has not got a hit yet in his 11 at-bats, but he has played some decent defense in the first 3+ games now of his short San Francisco Giant career. The first pitch breaking ball misses up and away to McCarthy for ball one. It counts 1-0. Cobb back to work again. There's a breaking ball down, but the home plate umpire, Bacon, says that the batter McCarthy offered, and the count goes even now to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. McCarthy digging in. He waggles the bat. Here comes the pitch from Cobb. It's a 2-seam fastball, or more like a sinker, that ends up swung on and missed. And the count now goes to 1-2 on McCarthy. That pitch there had a lot of arm side run and depth to it. That looked like a 2-seamer, but as I said, it was maybe more of a sinker, the cousin to the 2-seam. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that just misses, and the count now goes to 2-2 on McCarthy. Again, just a lot of violent movement with the gloves of the catchers that I thought that maybe we have improved over time, but I guess we haven't. Taken steps back. There's a fastball swung on and missed. That is going to retire McCarthy for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it here in the top half of the 2nd. Well, the Diamondbacks had no runs. They did have a hit. There was no errors, and there's nobody left the board. We're through 1.5. Your score is the Giants nothing and the Diamondbacks nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Hang tight right after this. We'll be right back. It is 0-0 as we move to the bottom of the 2nd inning. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you for dropping in tonight.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Appreciate you, Steve. That's Steve Rademacher. Be sure after the game to go check out his channel, whether it's Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, Saturday morning cartoons, or the Sunday shoutouts. He's got something for everybody every single day of the week. Well, coming to bat here for the Giants and their half of the 2nd inning, it's going to be the heart of the order: Jock Peterson, Blake Sable, and Luis Matos. And there's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike on Peterson, and the count is 0-1. Jock Peterson's going to probably feel pretty hard done by the last couple of nights, as he was called out on strikes last night a couple of times. And there was some suspect calls that I would say in that case. There's a fastball swung on and is lined right to the right fielder. McCarthy doesn't have to move, and Peterson is going to be retired for the 1st out of the inning. But just to finish off on that, certainly the first pitch here tonight, a lot of arm side run from Gallen, and he got the called strike. Peterson did not really appreciate that, in his opinion. So that is now going to bring up the catcher, Blake Sable. Sable tonight hitting .252. He's got 11 homers to go with 35 RBIs. Left-handed hitting catcher, waiting on the offering from the right-hander Gallen, who kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. Whether you're here to listen to the Diamondbacks or here to listen to the Giants, either way, we're glad to have you with us. Sometimes people ask, are you a fan of one team or the other? We are a fan of neither. We like good baseball, and that's what we had last night. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2 on Sable. Right-hander against the left-hander. Gallen wastes no time. He's ready to go again. Here comes the pitch. He kicks and he fires. A fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lined into left field, and it's just going to slice foul. Oh, that pitch was too good at 0-2. Sable almost made him pay as he was able to go the other way with it, but just couldn't keep the ball fair. Looks like the ball dude tonight. Is it a ball dude or a ball gal? It's a ball dude on the right field line. Looks like a ball gal on the left field line. Tonight in San Francisco, that's the first action they had. Last night, there wasn't a lot of action for them. So still no balls and 2 strikes to Sable as the right-hander Gallen ready to go again. He rocks into the windup, and here's the pitch. Let's see, breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sable had to skip rope out of the way a little bit on that one. Diamondbacks trying to close the gap on the Giants in the standings in the National League West. They entered the play last night, a couple of games out of a wild card spot. And there's a fastball that comes inside. Sable's moving around like he's been hit on the hand. The home plate umpire, Bacon, jumps out and points him to first base. We might want to have a look at this one, as it looked like it may have got the knob of the bat. The trainer ready to make his way out. We're going to see this again on the replay. Wonder if the Diamondbacks are going to want to take a look at this one. The pitch, it did get him right on the top of the fingers. Good call there by the home plate umpire, right on top of that one. You see that it just took the fingers right on the top. So Sable hit by the pitch. He's awarded first base. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Luis Matos. The first pitch to Matos is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Matos hitting .260 on the season with a homer and 8 runs driven in. There was a point last night in the ball game that all of the outs were retired in the air, but it was Matos's ground balls that were the only 2 at one time that Ryan Nelson didn't get as a fly ball. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Matos. Matos was on base twice last night. He was officially 0 for 2, and he did walk a couple of times. So here comes the offering from Gallen, who holds to the set, and now he throws over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner, Sable. You only get a chance to throw over a couple of times. You got to make them count these days. So now Sable establishes his lead. And here comes the 0-2 to Matos. As Gallen kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, Matos stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched that go by for out number 2. That's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. That's strikeout number 3 for Gallen here in the early going. That's his 3rd one in the books. His counterpart, Alex Cobb, has 1 to his name. So Crawford stepping in as the right-hander ready to go. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is grounded through the 4-hole into right field. McCarthy comes up. He comes up throwing and slipping as he rounds second base is Sable, and he's going to have to retreat. It's going to be a 2-out knock here for Crawford. Sable stops at second. That's going to bring Isan Diaz to the plate. Just for everybody to keep you up to date, we do have some news that's developing as the Cleveland Guardians are being no-hit right now as they are in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Houston Astros, Framber Valdez, is doing the job. So we'll keep an eye on that one to see if he's going to be able to close that one out. Valdez has gone the distance at this point. That brings Diaz to the plate. Diaz is 0 for 11 in a Giant uniform this year. He's facing Zach Gallen for the first time. The pitch is a breaking ball that catches the inside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Isan Diaz in last night's affair, he did reach base via a walk, but he had flown out, struck out, and grounded out. Still looking for his first Giants hit. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Isan Diaz. A.J. Pollock, or the newly acquired A.J. Pollock, waiting his turn on deck. As the right-hander Gallen checks the runner and delivers, there's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Diaz. And breaking ball just falls right off the table for the right-hander Gallen. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as the right-hander works to the set. Checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball. He went back to the well, but this time Diaz did a good job of throwing on the brakes, and the count is now 2-2. The Giants are 2.5 games back of the Dodgers in the National League West. The Diamondbacks 3.5 back, as this is a battle for second place right now. A fastball misses down, and the count now goes 3-2 on Diaz. Diamondbacks have only won 3 of their last 10. The Giants have won 4 of their last 10. Both of these teams are, I don't want to say struggling, but they're not playing as good a ball as they have been earlier. As time is called, Carson Kelly is going to make his way out to the mound. San Francisco currently is tied with the Philadelphia Phillies for the top wild card spot. It's a dogfight there, and the Arizona Diamondbacks sit a half game back of the Milwaukee Brewers for the third spot in the wild card. And of course, there's going to be a lot of trading places over the next little bit for a lot of these teams. There's quite the race going on in the National League. I'd say probably 5 teams, with the Cubs and the Padres perched there as well, depending on how the month of July works out for them. Here's the pitch from Gallen. It's a fastball taken at the knees for a called third strike. Isan Diaz watched that one go by for out number 3, and that's going to do it here for the Giants in their half of the second inning. There was no runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We're now 2 innings complete in San Francisco. Your score is the Diamondbacks, no score. The Giants, no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple. Appreciate you guys all for listening in.
Hey guys, Steve come back at you again. Steve Rademacher, that is. And during this intermission, let's open up a package of Garbage Pail Kids Series 4 Chrome, shall we? See what we get, then we'll come right back to the game with Freddie. Oh, very nice. I got a Ruptured Rupert. Very nice. We have a Jules Brooks to go right along with everyone's favorite Def Jeff. Sorry about the glare, but that's what Chrome do. We did get a Mosquito. You know, that's Wisconsin State bird right there. And the cracked ice is a Pinned Penny. Gotta love Garbage Pail Kids. Gotta love Freddie. Gotta love baseball. See you next time.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the bottom third of the batting order to come to bat for the Diamondbacks. That means Jace Peterson, Carson Kelly, and Alec Thomas. For Jace Peterson, he is making his Diamondback debut as he was acquired in a move with the Oakland Athletics a couple of days ago, as they had beaten the trade deadline to the punch. And there's a first pitch fastball swung on his chop slowly back to the pitcher Cobb. He underhands it over to the first baseman, Lamont Wade Jr., and that's going to retire Peterson on the first pitch that he sees. That's going to go as a ground out 1-3. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the catcher, Carson Kelly. For Kelly on the season, he's batting 174. He's got a home run to go with 6 RBIs. Kelly did not start the game last night as it was Jose Herrera, but he did come in to finish in the latter part of the ball game for defensive purposes. So Kelly getting his at bat here as he's ready to face the right-handed throwing Cobb. And as we have just a moment here, as the catcher Sable has gone out to the mound to see Cobb, and now he's going to go again. I think in that situation, Cobb came off the mound to field the ball, and he had underhanded over to first. I wonder if the catcher Sable did that intentionally, if he felt that maybe his pitcher needed a bit of a moment to catch his breath. As we're ready to go back to work, and there's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Kelly. Kelly batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Cobb. Angles the bat. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As we said, we'll keep our eye on the Framber Valdez situation, as that game is now in the top of the 9th inning. So we'll have to get a look there. There's a fastball swung on it, has popped up. Foul. It's over on the first base side of home plate, giving chases Sable, but he's going to watch that drift into the seats. That's going to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Carson Kelly. Cobb gets a new baseball. He revs it up, and he's ready to go. I'm curious to know some of the timing. If you get a ball, if you're off on the grass, how long you get back to the top. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to third, and it is thrown high by J.D. Davis. Lamont Wade Jr. comes down with it and applies the tag. Oh, some heads-up baseball by Wade Jr., and they're going to be able to retire Carson Kelly. They save J.D. Davis from the error. That's going to go in the books as a ground out 5-3. That was a good defensive play that won't show up into the box score. We're going to take a look. The first base umpire said that they got him. I'm not so sure that is, but there's going to be no challenge on the play. So here comes the first offering to Alec Thomas. It's a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Last night, Alec Thomas made 2 sensational catches. The one in the first inning to take away, I would believe it was Wilmer Flores last night. A deep fly ball to right center field. He had to scale the wall. And then he made another sensational catch, I believe it was off the bat of Lamont Wade Jr. a little later in the game. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-1 on Thomas. I'll check that, 2-1 on Thomas. They do have the infield shaded to the right against this left-handed hitting Alec Thomas. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-2. There was some talk that the Detroit Tigers were interested in acquiring the speedy center fielder. At one point in time, there was even thoughts of maybe Michael Lorenzen being part of the deal to go the other way. Instead, the Tigers dealt Lorenzen to the Phillies today for a high A middle infield prospect as the breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 3-2. Our friend Shotgun Shell says there's now 2 outs in that top of the 9th inning as Valdez is trying to put the icing on a no-hitter. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, Thomas, he looked at that one go by for out number 3, and that is going to do it here in the top of the 3rd inning. And Cobb has faced the minimum so far in these 3 innings of work. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're moving to the last half of the 3rd. Your score is all locked up at zeros. It is the Diamondbacks no score and the Giants no score. We'll be back right after this with all the action. Appreciate you all for dropping in tonight. Welcome back, everybody. It looks like that Framber Valdez has turned the trick. He's got himself a no-hitter. We'll try to get some of that stuff in just a couple minutes when we come back. Appreciate you guys for all jumping in here with us tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Let's go. Yo. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving now to the bottom half of the third inning, and it's going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come up for the Giants. A.J. Pollock making his debut for San Francisco. Takes and swings at a first pitch fastball from Zach Gallen. The count is quickly 0-1. Pollock did not have a good time in Seattle. He was hitting 173 with 5 homers and 15 RBIs. He has enjoyed a pretty solid career at the back end once he's got through some of the injuries. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. One thing I said I was going to look to try to do, but I haven't been able to, or didn't do it today, but they have a umpire's scorecard. I wanted to see what Dan Iasogna would have scored in last night's ball game. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 1-2. Curious to see how many pitches that he missed, how many pitches that he didn't get correct, or how many pitches that were strikes that he missed, how many pitches that were balls that he called strikes. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as the right-hander delivers a breaking ball that misses down and away. A nice stop there by Kelly, but it does score it away, and the count now is 2-2. The piece that I would say to that is that you think about the umpire. I think if I was keeping a book on umpires, I'd want to know where they consistently call pitches and where they consistently miss pitches. There's a fastball that misses inside. The count is now 3-2. Because if you've got a home plate umpire who consistently doesn't call pitches on the knees inside, why would you even entertain going there? Unless, of course, you're trying to keep the hitter off balance. There's a fastball swung on. This is driven to deep left field. Moving back onto the warning track, leaking up and making the catch is Corbin Carroll. Oh, he comes down with it. A.J. Pollock, he gave it a ride as that ball went into left center field. Carroll got on his horse and was able to run it down, and Pollock is gone for the first out of the inning. He gave the Giants fans something to cheer about there, as that ball was absolutely scorched. And a nice play there by Carroll as he leapt into the air to make the catch before he came down into the wall as he had to brace himself, making that grab. So that is one gone. It brings up the top of the order in Lamont Wade Jr. The first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count is quickly 1-0. For Wade Jr., he struck out his first time up. His average has dropped to 262 on the year. Batting from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Gallen. Kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. Giants had 2 base runners in the second inning, a hit by pitch when Blake Sabol was drilled, and also the single by Brandon Crawford. But neither of them were able to advance past second. There's a fastball swung on, and it's lined foul. And it bounces off the wall, and a man in a 49er hat makes a nice one-handed grab with his children in tow. Really well done. There he goes. He's got himself a baseball. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Wade Jr. As Gallen delivers, there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined past the diving second baseman, Ketel Marte, into right field, and Wade Jr.'s got himself a 1-out single. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Michael Conforto. So only 93 pitches for Framber Valdez in that no-hitter. Valdez gets the big ovation and does it at home in front of the home crowd, gets the Gatorade bath and everything else. Outstanding performance by the Houston Astro lefty. There's a changeup that misses outside to Michael Conforto, and the count is quickly 1-0. Conforto tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out to left field his first time up. He bats here from the left side. Here comes the pitch. It's a fastball that just misses outside, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Conforto. Conforto enjoying a nice season so far with the Giants. Has stayed relatively healthy. He pitches a fastball swung on. This ball's lifted into straightaway center field. Coming in hard. The ball's going to fall in front of Alec Thomas. And getting into second base safely is Lamont Wade Jr. Going to have to wipe the blood off that one, as it was It looked like it was going to be hit a little harder than what it was, but Conforto will take the hits any way he can get it. So back-to-back singles here with one out, and that is going to bring up the third baseman, J.D. Davis. Well, for Davis tonight, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his only time up. Facing Gallen for the second time. Giants have something brewing here as they've got runners at first and second and only one down. Davis was made a pretty easy out. He had 3 fastballs blown right by him his first time up. There was a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Davis. As we said, Davis did not get the start. He seemed to have made some adjustments in his swing. He, too, is enjoying himself a decent year. He's hitting just almost below, he's hitting below 260. As Gallen does a spaghetti move to chase Lamont Wade Jr. back to second base. So no balls and 1 strike. As the right-handed hitting Davis waggling the bat. Here's the pitch from Gallen. It's a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to J.D. Davis. Just as a reminder, we'll be back on the airwave again tomorrow night for these same 2 ball clubs. And we will be doing the game between the Mariners and the Angels on Thursday. That we anticipate will be a Shohei Ohtani start against Brian Wu. A fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. And then, of course, we're back on the airwaves on the weekend for the Japanese stuff that we do. We have a really enjoyable crowd if you're in for that one. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And Davis goes down on strikes for the second time in this one. He's gone for out number 2, and that's going to leave it all up to the designated hitter, Jock Peterson. Looking around the scoreboard across Major League Baseball, we'll get everybody caught up on that throughout the evening. Lots of interleague games being played tonight. Pop some scores in from time to time. Zach Eflin gets his 12th win of the year against 6 losses as the Rays beat the Yankees 5-2 in New York. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count is 1-0. It was Carlos Rodon, who took the loss. He's 1-4. In some ways, the Giants disappointed by losing him in the offseason to the Yankees, but he's not had himself a very good year in New York. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly over to second. Marte fields it. He throws to first. Peterson's going to be gone on the ground out 4-3 for the third out of the inning. And that's going to do it here for the Giants in their half of the third. They had no runs, no hits, no errors. There was nobody left aboard. We're now through 3 complete. It is the Diamondbacks nothing and the Giants nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 4th inning when we return. Appreciate everybody for listening in here with us tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the fourth inning. It'll be the 1, 2, and 3 hitters to come to bat for the Diamondbacks. That means Geraldo Perdomo, Ketel Marte, and Corbin Carroll. He faced the right-hander Alex Cobb, who kicks and delivers, and the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Perdomo. 34 pitches through the first 3 innings for the right-hander Cobb, as Perdomo now has asked for time. He didn't feel that he was ready here. As he takes a long walk out of the batter's box, he's going to ready to come back and go again. As I said, very pitch efficient right now for the right-hander Cobb. As he kicks and delivers, there's a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. Cobb ready to go back to work. He gets this sign from his catcher, Kelly, and now he rocks into the motion. He kicks and he fires. It's a fastball that's knife foul down the left field line. It's going to reach the seats. It's going to keep the count at 0-2 to Perdomo. Balls and 2 strikes. Cobb wastes very little time, even with the clock that does tick down. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count goes to 1-2. A 15-second clock, and he will often deliver at 5 and 6 seconds, so he doesn't waste much time. Here comes the pitch as he kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-2 on Perdomo. Perdomo has 5 homers and 37 RBIs on the year. We were saying that he has pretty much taken over the job at shortstop. He was sharing it with Alcantara last year. Fastball misses inside. The count now goes to 3-2 on Perdomo. He is the everyday shortstop for the Diamondbacks. When you think of the Diamondbacks, they've had some players over the years. Obviously, Nick Ahmed as a shortstop, but before that, they had Didi Gregorius once upon a time before they shipped him off to the Yankees. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The ball dude down the right field line got into the action that time. So here comes the offering from the right-hander. It's a fastball that misses inside. That's going to be ball 4. So Alex Cobb lost him and got ahead in the count 0-2. And Perdomo was able to battle all the way back and draw himself a walk. That is going to bring up the second baseman, Ketel Marte. Well, for Marte, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. He's enjoying himself another season as the switch-hitting second baseman of the Diamondbacks. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-hander leans in and he checks the runner at first, gets his sign from his catcher, Sable. You know he's ready to go. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. Back on the warning track and making the catch is the right fielder, Conforto. He's going to fire that back in, and then they're going to try to backdoor Perdomo. Oh, he fired it in, did Conforto, right on a line to the shortstop, Crawford, who turned and fired it over to first base to try to get Perdomo lollygagging it back to the base. But he was able to get back in time safely. But that is going to retire Marte for the first out of the inning. Well, I don't know what Perdomo was doing. He was casually out there getting back to the base. Well, this brings up Corbin Carroll, and the first pitch to him is a breaking ball taken for a strike. There goes the runner down to second, and the throw is in time. Sable has gunned down Perdomo. That's going to go down, caught stealing, 2-6. So he's gone for the second out of the inning. Nice job there. It was a breaking ball. Good pitch to run on, too, by the way. As Carroll had, or check that as Carroll had taken the breaking ball for the strike. Sable makes the throw right on the money. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Carroll. We get the replay of that, and it was probably by about 8 inches. That throw was able to nab the runner trying to take the base. There's a fastball swung on it, is chopped slowly And it is in fair territory, picked up barehanded by Sable. He throws, and that is going to retire Carroll. As Carroll gets down the line pretty quick, it's going to go as a ground out 2-3 for the third out of the inning. And the Diamondbacks go quietly again here in their half of the fourth. There was no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now moving to the bottom of the fourth inning. Your score is the Giants 0 and the Diamondbacks 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, kids. Steve coming back at you for a Big Bang Theory commercial timeout from Freddie. Good game calling there, Freddie. Always love listening to you. You never cease to amaze me. But let's see what we get from the cards really quick. We have Wallowitz. Hey, we have Sheldon Cooper. We have a foil card. Nice. Hey, look, it's Leonard. Another Sheldon Cooper. Hey, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoy the game. And Freddie, let's big bang this thing out of here.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we support Steve Rademacher as he has got all kinds of wild and crazy things every day on his platform. All right, now here we go. We're back into the ball game and the action here as the bottom of the fourth is ready to get underway. It is Blake Sable, Luis Matos, and Brandon Crawford to come to bat to face the right-hander, Zach Gallen. As Gallen rocks into the windup and he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul right at home plate, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Sable. Sable was hit by a pitch his first time up. He took a ball right off the top of his right hand as he was awarded the base. First, we thought it might have hit the knob. The umpire Bacon was right on top of it. So here comes the 0-1 pitch as Gallen kicks and delivers. There's a fastball at 94, swung on and missed. The count is now 0-2 to Sable. Sable has enjoyed himself a nice rookie season. He's got 11 homers and 35 RBIs. He's playing in behind Patrick Bailey, and there's a fastball taken right down the middle for called third strike. Oh, he's gone for out number one. And that is one away here in the fourth inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Luis Matos. And by our count, that is strikeout number 6 in the books tonight for Zach Gallen. It's an easy 6 and making it look very comfortable in doing so. So Matos strides to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up, and there's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul over on the third base side. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Matos to be followed by Brandon Crawford here in the fourth inning. This game has had a lot of good tempo and pace. We're almost working at a pace of 15 minutes per one full inning. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on his tap back to the pitcher, fielded by Gallen. He underhands it to first. Oh, a little far away to be able to do that. But he's able to get the speedy Matos, and that is going to go down as a ground out 1-3 for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it up to the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Well, for Crawford tonight, he's got the only Giants hit. He had a single back in the second inning. I checked that. He's got one of the 3 Giants hits tonight. We messed up on our last half inning. There's a fastball that just misses down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. .52 pitches so far here for Gallen. As he kicks and delivers, there's a changeup that swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Took a little something off that, and Crawford swung right through it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball that swung on and it's lifted foul down the left field line, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As a reminder, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow for these same 2 teams, and then it'll be Thursday. We'll be calling the Mariners at Los Angeles. So it looks like a Shohei Ohtani start against Brian Wu. So hopefully you can join us for that one. There's a breaking ball that misses down. The appeal over to the third base umpire, Dan Iasagna, and they say he didn't go. That's going to run the count even at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Crawford. Allen taking his breath as he rocks into the windup. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 3-2 on Crawford. Crawford, in the twilight of his career, he's been a staple of the middle infield for well over a decade. For the San Francisco Giants. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball in on the hands, and it's fouled away, and the count remains at 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like a young Giant fan from Pasadena is going to take that one home. Up visiting here in San Francisco. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly to second. Marte fields it. He has to underhand it quickly to first. And that's going to retire Crawford. It goes as a ground out 4-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. And the Giants go in order here in the 4th. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 4 complete in San Francisco. Your score is Diamondbacks nothing and the Giants nothing. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back with the call of the 4th inning when we return after this. Appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Welcome back, everybody. We are now moving to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be the heart of the batting order to come up for the Diamondbacks. That means Christian Walker, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and Jake McCarthy to face the right-hander Alex Cobb, who will be back out for his 5th inning of work. We look at Alex Cobb tonight. 2 times tonight, check that, 3 times tonight he has had to go to full counts on hitters. For the most part, he has been able to dispose of hitters pretty quickly in his battles against the hitters. I guess we would put it that way. I look at it this way. The hitters have gone down on 1 or 2 pitches so far tonight 4 times. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Walker. That can really help manage your pitch count when you're around the zone, throw strikes, and induce some easy plays. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball. Waved that and missed. The count now goes to 0-2 on Walker. Walker is going to ask for time as he's going to step out and do a tour of the area around home plate. Walker is 1 for 1 as he did have that single in the 2nd inning, but he was erased in a double play. We are keeping our eye on the out-of-town scoreboard, and it was a 20 spot so far and counting still for the Cubs that they've put up against Cincinnati tonight. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-2. So you got a Framber Valdez no-hitter, and then you have a 20 spot put up on the board by the Cubs against the Reds. That game is still going on I think it's in the bottom of the 8th, or if it's maybe moved to the top of the 9th. There's a fastball that just misses outside. The count now goes to 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count's now 3-2 to Walker. The last update we have, there were 6 home runs hit tonight by the Cubs in that ball game. 1 for the Cincinnati Reds by Tyler Stevenson. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. And as Cobb kicks and delivers, there's a fastball swung on and missed. Walker down on strikes. He's down for out number 1 here in the 5th inning. And that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And by our quick count in this one here tonight, that looks like it's the 3rd strikeout by Alex Cobb. He's now at 53 pitches here in the 5th inning. So here comes Cobb back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses up and into Gurriel Jr., and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. We started to give some scores from around the MLB today, and we'll continue to lop a little bit of those off. Baltimore Orioles knocked off the Toronto Blue Jays 13-3 in Toronto. As the right-hander Cobb delivers, it's a fastball that misses up and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. It was Bradish getting his 7th win of the year against 6 losses in his debut for the season. Hyun-Jin Ryu took the loss for Toronto. Santana and Henderson homered for Baltimore. Belton Jansen did the damage for Toronto. Here comes the 2-0 offering. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is hit to deep left field. Giving chase is the left fielder Pollock, and he's going to watch that one sail into the seats. A solo shot for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. has opened the scoring here for the Diamondbacks in the top of the 5th inning. It was a shutout for both of these ball clubs through 4, but now Gurriel has put his stamp on the ball game by hitting home run number 16 of the year. As we were talking about the Blue Jays, his former club, he has not skipped a beat since joining the D-backs. So a home run for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. has now given the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Jake McCarthy. And the first pitch delivered to McCarthy is a breaking ball that misses down. He squared to bunt, but they say he didn't offer, and that's going to be 1 ball. It looked like he tried to drag it down the first base line, but the umpires didn't feel that he had offered on that. So 1 ball and no strikes. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to third. Davis has it. He fires across the diamond, and that's going to retire McCarthy on a ground out 5-3. He's out for the 2nd out of the inning, and that's going to leave it all up to the third baseman, Chase Peterson. Well, for Peterson, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded back to the pitcher on the first pitch he saw from Cobb. The first pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that he takes for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. There's the offering from the right-hander. It is a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. Another final score, the Texas Rangers knocked off the White Sox 2-0. Andrew Heaney got his 8th win of the year. It was Schultens who took the loss for the Chi Sox. Smith got his 18th save for the Rangers. There's a fastball taken for a called 3rd strike. And that is going to sit down Peterson for the 3rd out of the inning. And that is going to do it here for the D-backs in their half of the 5th. They got 1 run in the inning and 1 hit on the home run by Lourdes Gurriel Jr. There were no errors and nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score is the Diamondbacks 1 and the Giants no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. Appreciate you all for listening in, whether you listen live or on delay. It's always great to have you with us. We'll be right back after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs, we have pounds, we have Deutschmarks, we have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. We'll be back after this with all the action. It is 1-0 for the Diamondbacks as we cruise to the bottom of the fifth. Welcome back, everybody. The first pitch that Zach Gallen delivers to Isan Diaz was a breaking ball that was swung on and grounded over to second. Ketel Marte had fielded it and he fired to first, and that is going to retire Diaz. So 1 up and 1 away here in the fifth inning for the Giants, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, A.J. Pollock. Well, for Pollock tonight, he is 0 for 1. He flew out to left field his first time up. He sent it to the deepest part of the left center field. You can hit it. And it was Corbin Carroll who made the catch on the warning track as he crashed into the wall to hang on to it for the out. Pollock here enters the ball game with a 170 or entered with a 173 average, 5 homers and 15 RBIs. As he swings at a breaking ball and fouls it off, and the count now is at 0-2. Pollock had a rough time in Seattle. It did not work out well for the Mariners as a free agent signing. Pollock early in his career began his career with the Diamondbacks, had some injury woes, and ended up having a better part of his career latter as it moved along. There was a fastball that misses up. Kelly appeals over to the first base umpire, but they say that Pollock didn't go, and that's going to run the count to 1-2. And now Pollock has requested time, is going to step out of the batter's box. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Pollock. As the right-hander Gallen ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from his catcher, Kelly. Now he rocks into the windup. Here's the offering. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Pollock. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. After this game is done, we'll give you a full rundown of the scoreboard, including the no-no highlights from Framber Valdez, but that will be in a few innings after this game is finished. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that just misses inside. The count now goes to 3-2. 64 pitches so far for Gallen here in the fifth inning. Both of these pitchers, Cobb and Gallen, have been sparkling here tonight. And here comes the offering. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up. They can't see where it is. Kelly's lost it. Coming in is the third baseman, Peterson. He's going to make the catch near the pitcher's mound. You can see Carson Kelly had no idea where it was. Gallen was able to point it out, and Peterson able to put it away for out number 2. That is going to leave it up to Lamont Wade Jr. Well, for Wade Jr., he is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got one of the 3 San Francisco hits. He struck out in the first and singled in the third. Bats here with 2 gone in the bottom of the fifth inning. The pitch is a breaking ball that just misses up and in for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Wade Jr. waggling the bat. He's pulled his average up to 265 on the season with that single back in the third inning. There is a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting Wade Jr. And it's a fastball that just misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1. His career versus the Giants In his first 9 starts, Gallen was 1-4. His last 2 starts, he is 2-0 with a sparkling ERA. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-2. Zach Gallen, on a lot of people's books, was a early season candidate to be a Cy Young Award winner. He is looking all the part of it here tonight. There's a fastball that just misses down, and the count runs to 3-2 on Wade Jr. Wade Jr. has asked for time, and time has been granted. So 3 balls and no strikes, or sorry, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Wade Jr. As the right-hander Gallen kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side. The count is going to remain at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like a young fan there is going to take a souvenir home with him. He's with his parents. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is. And here comes the pitch from Gallen. It's a breaking ball that misses down. Wade Jr., they ask for some help, but they say he didn't go. It's going to be ball 4. So Lamont Wade Jr. aboard for the second time here in this one. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Michael Conforto. Well, for Conforto tonight, he is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's raised his season average up to 244. Waits here on the offering from Gallen, who delivers a cutter that comes in, and it's taken for a called strike. Oh, boy. Conforto doesn't believe it. I don't know if I believe it either. That's another one of those pitches that, boy, the home plate umpires have been struggling in the first 2 games of this series. I don't think Gallen is going to complain about that one. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball or another cutter that ends upstairs, and it's now 1-1. Not much difference between the first pitch and the second pitch, other than maybe a little bit more height on the pitch. But that first pitch looked like it was well inside off the plate. Here comes the 1-1. As the right-hander kicks and fires, it's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to first. Walker fields it. He's going to step on the bag himself, and that is going to do it as Conforto is going to be gone for out number 3. And that will do it here in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, but there was a runner left aboard. We're now through 5 complete. It is the Diamondbacks 1 and the Giants no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the top of the 6th when we return after this. Appreciate you all for listening in here with us tonight. We'll be right back again with this one from our friend Steve.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate your support and everybody out there. Steve again here, obviously, with the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, we have Bernie Brewer on my favorite beverage of choice right there, along with a card of Bernie. Yay! Now, we got some special guests here. I'm not just talking about our Hall of Fame lineup. I must be in the front row. Hey, come on there, Robin. I got 3,000 hits. What do you have? Well, I was the all-time saves leader, and I got 1.5 feet on you. Okay, Raleigh, settle down, buddy. Now, none of this could be possible without Harvey's Wallbangers. There's Harvey. And who could forget the Fonz? Hey.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to come to bat, and Carson Kelly steps in to face Alex Cobb for the second time tonight. He takes a breaking ball down and away for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Kelly, in this one here, is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to third his first time up. As there's a breaking ball that just misses down, and the count goes to 2-0 to the Diamondback catcher. 61 pitches through 5 innings for the right-hander Cobb. As both Gallen have been pretty economical. There's a two-seam fastball that cuts across the plate for a called strike, and the count is 2-1. I have to say, really impressed with the movement on Alex Cobb's fastballs. His is more backdoor run, whereas Gallen's got a lot of cut to his pitches. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to third, backhanded by Davis. He throws across the infield. That's going to retire Kelly on a ground out. 5-3 for out number 1. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Alek Thomas. Well, for Thomas, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out in the third inning, and he is coming up here to face the right-hander Cobb for the second time. As the right-hander ready to go to work, he rocks into a windup and delivers. It is a fastball at 93 miles an hour that just misses up and away for ball one, and the count is 1-0. We were saying before that there was some talk about Alex Thomas being dangled in a potential trade. There's a fastball that missiles down, and the count is 2-0. There was talk that the Detroit Tigers might want to acquire the speedy center fielder in return for Jason or, say, Michael Lorenzen. There's a fastball swung on, and it is lifted foul down the left field line, and the count goes to 2-1. But, of course, the Tigers ultimately traded Lorenzen to the Philadelphia Phillies today for their fifth-rated prospect, an infielder, Taiwanese infielder, mind you. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And it is a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal over to the third base umpire, Dana Asania, and they say that Thomas didn't go. That's going to run the count now to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Thomas. It's a fastball swung on. Is lifted in deep left field. Giving chase is Pollock looking up. And this one is gone. A home run. As Alek Thomas deposits that fastball into the seats. That's the second home run given up tonight by Alex Cobb. And that ball there is coming back onto the field as one of the Giants fans has rifled it back onto the field of play. But he goes the other way, showing some power. Good piece of hitting there by Thomas. That's going to make the scoreline 2-0 now for the Diamondbacks. A very similar situation like we had last night when the Giants jumped out to a 2-0 lead. We just see it evaporate. Well, let's see what happens tonight. So here's the first pitch delivered to Geraldo Perdomo. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Perdomo 0 for 1 in this one. He flew out to center, and he has walked in his 2 trips. As the right-hander delivers a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. Now time has been called as the shortstop for the Diamondbacks has stepped as he's asked for time. Well, now we're ready to go back at it again. Here comes the offering from Cobb. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and did foul, and the count remains at 0-2 to Perdomo. So 2-0 now for the Diamondbacks as they lead here in the 6th inning. As the right-hander rocks into the windup and now delivers. It's a slow breaking ball that misses outside. The count goes to 1-2 on Perdomo. Cobb gets the baseball. He rubs it up. Now he's ready to go back to work. He gets onto the rubber and goes right into the set position. But yet he steps into a windup. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is very similar to the last at-bat that Perdomo had. It was got up 0-2. And then he battled all the way back and ended up losing him, did Cobb. And eventually Perdomo was caught stealing at second base. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on, and it's a grounded foul on the first base side. The count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Cobb ready to go back to work. He rocks into the windup, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on it, is popped up. It's playable. It's over on the third base side, giving Chase Sable, but he got a late jump on it. And that ball is going to land foul just in front of the Giant dugout. It's going to keep the count at 2-2. It was almost as if that they didn't see where it was. That's the second time tonight the catchers have had trouble. Carson Kelly in the last half inning lost a pop-up. Sable lost it here. I'm not sure where J.D. Davis was, but they were racing over to get it, and it was both late jumps, and then the ball ended up falling in. So here comes the action. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is a fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the first base side. The count remains at 2-2. This is turning into quite the battle. The ball dude makes a great play over there on the right field line. Stop that one from getting by him. He awards a souvenir to a young fan in the Giants gear. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field. Moving back is Pollock. He's in front of the warning track, and he makes the catch. And that is going to retire Perdomo for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone, and that's going to bring up Ketel Marte. Well, for Marte, he is 0 for 2. He's grounded out, and he is flown out. In last night's ball game, he was the one who had delivered the game-winning run with a base hit, a double in the 11th inning to bring home Perdomo. The first pitch is a changeup that misses down and away for ball 1. The count is 1-0 to Marte. 2-0. The Diamondbacks have the lead here. They bat in the top of the 6th inning. 2 solo shots, one off the bat of Gurriel in the 5th and one off the bat of Thomas here in the 6th. Giving him the lead. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep right field. This ball could be trouble. And this ball is gone. A home run for Ketel Marte as he hits it into the seats about 3 rows deep. And that is going to increase the scoreline to 3-0 for the Diamondbacks. So all 3 of their runs have come on solo shots. And Ketel Marte deposits that one into the 3rd row just above the wall. And it looked like he had to really reach out to try to get it, but he was able to loft that one. It went a country mile. And there you go. Bombs away, says our friend Shotgun Shale, and Andrew Bailey on his way out to the mound to have a discussion here with his pitcher and his catcher. That discussion is short because they do have action up in the bullpen. It's Ryan Walker up and throwing. 81 pitches now here for the right-hander Cobb. So here comes the first offering as the righty kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Corbin Carroll. Carroll tonight is 0 for 2. He's grounded to first, and then he had a ball that it was like a swinging bunt to the catcher. And there's a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-1. Amazing how Cobb has just lost command of his pitches here in this inning. Of course, that big at bat to Perdomo made him work a bit. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into center field. It's going to hang up enough for Matos to make the catch, and that is going to do it. But there's been damage done, and lots of it here in the inning. There was 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits. They were solo shots, one by Alec Thomas and one by Ketel Marte. There was no errors and nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score is the Diamondbacks 3, the Giants no score. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back around in just a couple moments with all the action right after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to come to bat for the Giants against Zach Gallen here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That means it's J.D. Davis, Jock Peterson, and Blake Sable. And the first pitch is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is going to get lined into left field softly. It's going to be down for a base hit for Davis, and he is aboard with a base hit. Not sure what they were thinking in the pitch count there to Davis or what the approach was there, as Davis has struggled with the heat from Gallen. He threw him something off speed, and he didn't miss on that, hitting a base hit into left center field. Brings Jock Peterson to the plate. For Peterson tonight, he is 0 for 2. He's lined to right and grounded to second in his 2 trips. And there's a fastball swung on. It's taken on one hop by Marte at second. He goes to the shortstop, covering the bag, 2 over to first. It's a double play, and that was pretty quick. There's now 2 pitches and 2 outs, as that is a 4-6-3 variety double play to retire both Davis and Peterson. That's going to bring up the catcher, Blake Sable. Well, for Sable, he's officially 0 for 1 tonight as he takes a fastball over for a called strike. The count is 0-1. He struck out in the 4th, and he was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Batting from the left side against the right-hander Gallen, who delivers a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryan Walker back up and throwing again in the Giant bullpen with all the intention. It looks like that he's going to be coming into the ball game for inning 7. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Sable. Thank everybody who's joining us, whether you listen live or on delay, for popping into our channel tonight. There's a fastball swung on. This is lined into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit in front of Corbin Carroll. So Sable's got himself a 2-out single, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Luis Matos. Well, for Matos, he is 0 for 2 in this one. He struck out looking, and he's grounded to the pitcher. His average is dipped to 256. He does have a homer and 8 runs driven in. There's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the first pitch is a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Does look like it is going to be the end of the night for Alex Cobb, who pitched pretty well for the most part, other than the 3 solo shots that he served up. Here's the offering. It's a breaking ball that just misses outside, and the count is 1-1 to Matos. Right-hander Gallen working to the set. Gets his son, his catcher, Kelly. Now he delivers. It's a fastball swung on and lifted foul over into the seats on the first base side. The count is now 1-2 to Matos. Gallen working ready again. He gets that set sign from Kelly. Here comes the offering. As the pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball that just misses outside. The count now goes to 2-2. Gallen again ready to go to work. And here comes the pitch. He kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball again that misses down and away. It's now 3-2 to Matos. The lights are in full effect now in San Francisco as the sun has gone down. Here comes the full count pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding second and heading to third is the base runner. Sable. He's now rounding third and heading home, and he's going to score the first run of the ball game for the Giants. That is going to be a double for Matos. He's driving in the run. His first RBI of the evening, the first run scored by the Giants. And all the way from first does the catcher Sable score. That has cut the lead to 3-1. So the scoring here in the sixth inning by both of these ball clubs. That ball was absolutely spanked. It was a nice job by the right fielder McCarthy to get over to be able to get it before it got to the wall. They had to cover a lot of real estate there in right center field. The center fielder Alec Thomas had to come over a long way as well. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Count is quickly 0-1 to Crawford. Crawford tonight, 1 for 2 in this one. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also grounded to second. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep center field. Moving back, looking up, and this ball is gone. A home run. All Alec Thomas could do is turn and watch. He looked like he lost it in the lights. But Brandon Crawford has tied the game with a 2-run homer here in the sixth inning. And just like that, the Giants are right back into this ball game with the 2-run shot off the bat of Crawford. Matos scores in front of him. Crawford crossing the plate. So all with 2 outs, 3 hits back to back to back. A single by Sable, a double by Matos, and a 2-run shot by Crawford. Has this ball game all knotted up at 3. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Isan Diaz. Well, for Diaz on the season, he's still looking for his first hit. 0 for 13 for the Giants second baseman. But we're just going to have a little pause in the action as I have to have a word with Gallen. So don't go away, anybody. This game here is just starting to get interesting. 5 of the 6 runs scored in this one have come in the sixth inning. There's a first pitch breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. Diaz is struck out and grounded out tonight. 0 for 2 so far. Our friend Shotgun Shell says, bombs away indeed. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded softly over to first. Fielded by Walker. He flips it to Gallen covering. And that is going to do it. It's going to go down as a ground out. 3-1 on the putout. And that is going to be out number 3 here in the sixth inning. But damage done and lots of it. There was 3 runs in the inning on 4 hits. There were no errors and there was nobody left the board. We're now moving to the top of the seventh inning. Your score is the Diamondbacks 3 and the Giants 3. Stick around. We'll be right back. Appreciate you guys for listening in here with us tonight. Hang tight. We'll be right back after this.
Hey guys, Steve come back at you again. Steve Rademacher, that is. And during this intermission, let's open up a package of Garbage Pail Kids Series 4 Chrome, shall we? See what we get, then we'll come right back to the game with Freddie. Oh, very nice. I got a Ruptured Rupert. Very nice. We have a Jules Brooks to go right along with everyone's favorite Def Jeff. Sorry about the glare, but that's what Chrome do. We did get a Mosquito. You know, that's Wisconsin State bird right there. And the cracked ice is a Pinned Penny. Gotta love Garbage Pail Kids. Gotta love Freddie. Gotta love baseball. See you next time.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. And in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher, as it is now a brand new ball game, as it is 3-3 as we move to the top of the 7th inning. 5 of the 6 runs in the ball game were all scored here in this last half of the inning. We do have a pitching change now on for the Giants. It is going to be a right-hander. It is Ryan Walker on in relief. The first pitch is a fastball side Christian Walker. So a battle of the Walkers here. Walker, Gurriel Jr., and McCarthy to come to bat here in the top of the 7th. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-0. For Ryan Walker on the season, he's got 3 wins and no losses. He's in his rookie year, the 27-year-old. He has worked 36 innings. He's given up 33 hits. He has walked 9 and struck out 41. There's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 2-1. Pretty much everything we've seen out of the hand of Walker right now has been the slider away to Christian Walker. Here comes the 1-2 offering. It's a breaking ball that is swung on and fouled away down the third base line, and the ball dude is going to have to make an effort to have to go and get it. Or it looks like it's a ball gal on the third base line. Sorry there. Ball dude is on the right field line. Not necessarily flashing a lot of speed, that is for sure. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Christian Walker. Ryan Walker steps off the backside. Innings pitched by relievers across Major League Baseball. There is the Rays and the Athletics, but no one has thrown more innings in relief than the San Francisco Giants. 462 2/3 innings so far this year by their bullpen. It makes you wonder. We talk about how bullpens could be potentially worn out. Well, Gabe Kapler just continues to use arms at will. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I wonder what the life expectancy of somebody's arm would be after pitching for a Gabe Kapler ball club. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And there is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Our friend the Gotcha Baker in the house again says that had to get away because that friend calling him. Well, now it's time for the walk. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And it is a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to third, fielded by Davis. He goes across the diamond. That is going to retire Walker on a ground out 5-3. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Well, for Gurriel Jr., he is 1 for 2 tonight. He had homered in the 5th inning. He grounded into a double play back in the 2nd. The ball that left the bat for his 16th of the year was absolutely crushed. He's pulled his average up to 250 now. He takes a 96-mile-an-hour fastball over for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Just when I've witnessed from Ryan Walker on the mound here, I would expect nothing less than a steady diet of sliders from this point on. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And there's a fastball with some arm side run that comes inside. And that ball is up, and it's going to be popped up in the infield and caught by Brandon Crawford. I think the catcher needs to get on the same page as Walker, because it was a fastball that ended up under the hands of Gurriel, but the catcher, Sable, had moved outside as if like he was going to take a pitch on the outside part of the plate. So if that was the pitch, he missed his spot. But they did get a positive result, did the Giants. Here comes the right fielder, Jake McCarthy. He swings at the first pitch he sees, and it's lifted into deep left field. Moving over toward the foul line is A.J. Pollock. He's there. He makes the catch, and that is going to do it. 3 up and 3 down here in the 7th inning for the Diamondbacks. They go quietly in their half of the inning. It is the Giants 3 and the Diamondbacks 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few moments with all the action right after this. Appreciate you guys jumping in here with us tonight. Here's another one from our friend Matt.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. It's an extended break as it is God Bless America time in San Francisco. We'll be right back in just a couple moments. It is going to be the Giants coming to bat here in their half of the seventh inning. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back with you. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Miguel Castro coming on in relief for the Arizona Diamondbacks as he has gone to replace the starter, Zach Gallen. Castro had appeared in last night's ball game in the extra innings as he is a wiry right-hander. He had began his career with the Toronto Blue Jays. It seems like he's been around forever, but he is still only a young fella. He is not that much older than 30 years old. We were looking at him yesterday, so he is on in a relief. So he broke into the big leagues as we have it back in the 2015 season. We're just going to do a double check on that. For some reason, I thought he was back in 2013. But Miguel Castro on in a relief. His 49th game of the season. He has a record of 5-4. He's worked 43 in the third innings. He's walked 18 and struck out 35. And he seems to have added a better mix to his pitches. As the right-hander, he does have 7 saves on the year. The first pitch is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball that just misses outside to A.J. Pollock for ball 1. It's Pollock, Wade Jr., and Conforto to face the right-hander Castro, who kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to A.J. Pollock. Right-hander Castro kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that just misses outside. The count now goes to 3-0 on the Giants left fielder. Castro, the wiry right-hander, working in the set and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. Pollock was ready to head off to first base. He didn't agree with that one, as the right hand of John Bacon has brought him back to the plate. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on. This one's fouled away, and the count goes to 3-2. As we said, I've got to try to look at there's an umpire scorecard. You might want to think about maybe using that and popping it up onto the screen, let everybody know what the umpire's score was. I'd also be interested to know which crew in Major League Baseball has the worst rating. especially when they do that the next day, the umpire's scorecard. Here comes the pitch. There is a fastball that home plate umpire says Pollock went around on, and that's going to be strike 3. So he went to where he thought he was getting 4 straight balls to where Castro comes all the way back to strike him out. He's going to be gone for out number 1, and I'll bring up the top of the order in Lamont Wade Jr. Well, for Wade Jr., he is 1 for 2 in this one. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also drawn a walk. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that goes all the way to the backstop for ball 1. That was way outside. It was in the right-handed batter's box and then some. So 1 ball and no strikes to Wade Jr. Right-hander against the left-hander, and is Castro ready to go again? Here he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So this has got an eerie start to the way that the A.J. Pollock bat took place, where he fell behind 3-0 and came back to strike him out. 2-0 on the way. It's a fastball that just misses a bit low. I'm not sure where that pitch was. I'm sure that Torey Lavello is probably letting the umpire hear it from the dugout. Here comes the 3-0. Pitch is on the way. It's a 97-mile-an-hour fastball taken for a called strike. Now the count goes to 3-1. We're going to get a repeat of the last at bat. Well, we're about to find out. They do have the right field shifted, or the infield shifted over to the right side. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep right field. This ball is trouble, and this ball is gone. A home run for Lamont Wade Jr., and that is going to put the Giants up 4-3. A solo shot has been the story here tonight, as the Diamondbacks have hit 3 solo shots. That's the first home run of the solo variety for the Giants. And that is now going to make the scoreline 4-3 for San Francisco here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Our friend Shotgun Shell says it's a bomb fest. That's exactly what's happened. Everything is going off here. Sound the alarm. A raid is taking place. Well, with 1 out, that brings Michael Conforto to the plate. The first pitch to Conforto is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. It's a lot quieter crowd when we do this one here than when we have the Japanese crowd late night. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1 on Conforto. I'll be looking forward to getting back into the late night stuff on the weekend. Here's the 1-1. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Conforto. We'll see how the Giants can try to shut this one down tonight. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-1 on Conforto. The back end of both of these teams' bullpens were used last night. Now the Giants have the lead. It'll be interesting to see who Gabe Kapler turns to in this one. Here's the 3-1. There's a fastball. It's taken for a called strike. Oh, Michael Conforto looked like he wanted to start to go toward first base, much like A.J. Pollock did, but he's been called back. You have to say, to the credit of the umpire, that it did look like it did catch the K-zone, but the optics of that, not so good. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Conforto, as the right-hander Castro ready to deliver. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down. That one's going to be ball 4. There's no bringing Conforto back on that one. That's going to be a 1-out walk. I'll bring up the third baseman, J.D. Davis. And while that happens, Geraldo Perdomo comes in to talk to Miguel Castro. Have a few words with the right-hander before we get back at it. Carson Kelly coming out, and here comes the pitching coach, Brent Strom, making his way out to the mound. So Strom is out to have a few words with the pitcher Castro here, as they've got 1 aboard with 1 out. And the 3, 4, and 5 hitters slated to come to bat. Here comes the umpire. Let's see what happens here as Bacon comes out to the mound. Made him come all the way out to have to get him. Well, that brings J.D. Davis to the plate. Davis is 1 for 3 in this one. He's got a single and 3 trips. Batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Castro. Kicks and delivers. There's a fastball at 98. It darts across the plate for strike one, and the count is 0-1 here to Davis. Castro checks the runner over at first. He works into the set position, and here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Marte. Over to second for one, back to first. That's going to be an ending double play, as that is going to be of the 4-6-3 variety, as that's going to take care of Conforto for the second out of the inning and the backside on Davis. Well, there was one run in the inning. It was this solo shot by Lamont Wade Jr. There was one hit. There was no errors and nobody left the board. We are now through 7 complete. Your score is the Giants 4, the Diamondbacks 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few minutes. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight. Be right back after this.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. It is still going to be Ryan Walker on the mound. He'll be facing Jace Peterson, Carson Kelly, and Alec Thomas. The first pitch is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Peterson's grounded to the pitcher and struck out looking his 2 trips to the plate, making his Diamondback debut here tonight after being acquired in the trade from Oakland. As there's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes even at 1-1. Batting .219 on the season is Peterson. He's got 6 homers to go with 28 runs driven in. As the right-hander kicks and delivers a fastball that just misses upstairs. Count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, not liking the way that the balls are being received here. That pitch there looked like it could have been a strike, but plate umpire not giving it to him. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Michael Conforto had to get over to cut it off. Had to come a long way. That is going to hold Peterson to a leadoff single here. That's going to bring up the catcher, Carson Kelly. Well, for Kelly tonight, he is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third both his trips to the plate. But both of those at-bats were against Alex Cobb. So here comes the offering from the righty. He's actually squaring the bunt is Kelly. And the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses down. There goes the runner. And the throw down to second base is in time. They're going to nail Peterson. So I don't know who missed the sign. If anybody did, it was a bunt and run. Because that is going to nail the runner at second base. It looks like we've got Patrick Bailey in the ball game now, replacing the catcher. So no wonder it was one of those ones. Bailey in for defensive purposes. As it looks like Sable's night is over. Nice job there. Caught stealing 2-6 for the first out of the inning. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It's caught on the hands. It's lifted softly over to second. Diaz has to field it on the run barehanded. He throws to first. And that is going to retire Kelly. It goes as a ground out 4-3 for the second out of the inning. So just like that, there's 2 in the books. That's going to leave it all up to the center fielder, Alec Thomas. Nice play there by Diaz. as he was able to field that one on the run and get the runner over at first. Here comes the offering now from Walker. It's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. Major League Baseball over the last few years, you start to see players that have earrings. They wear their earrings there. They don't take them out anymore. But I don't think I can ever recall a player having a nose ring, but you can see it in Isan Diaz's nose. There's a breaking ball that misses down. And the count is now 2-0. Most runners thrown out since the middle of May, it is Patrick Bailey. Since his debut, he's thrown out 19 would-be base runners. Only Shea Langeliers and Luke Maley have the next most amount on that list. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner and it counts 2-1 to Thomas. Thomas 1 for 2 tonight. He's homered and he has struck out. There's a fastball that goes all the way to the backstop. It whistled right by the catcher and the home plate umpire. That's going to run the count to 3-1. Patrick Bailey fanned on it. And it whistled right by the ear of John Bacon, the home plate umpire. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on it. It's chopped back to the pitcher, Walker. He fields it. He underhands it to first. And that is going to retire Thomas. It's going to go down in the books as a ground out 1-3 for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it here for the Diamondbacks in their half of the eighth. There was no runs in the inning. There was a hit. There was no errors, and there was nobody left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the eighth inning. Your score is the San Francisco Giants 4, the Arizona Diamondbacks 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with all the action in just a few moments after this. Appreciate you for listening in. It's garbage pail time. Here's our friend Steve.
Hey guys, Steve come back at you again. Steve Rademacher, that is. And during this intermission, let's open up a package of Garbage Pail Kids Series 4 Chrome, shall we? See what we get, then we'll come right back to the game with Freddie. Oh, very nice. I got a Ruptured Rupert. Very nice. We have a Jules Brooks to go right along with everyone's favorite Def Jeff. Sorry about the glare, but that's what Chrome do. We did get a Mosquito. You know, that's Wisconsin State bird right there. And the cracked ice is a Pinned Penny. Gotta love Garbage Pail Kids. Gotta love Freddie. Gotta love baseball. See you next time.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. We'll be back in just a few with all the action as we move to the bottom of the eighth inning. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Jock Peterson, Blake Sable, and Luis Matos to come to bat here in the bottom of the eighth inning for the San Francisco Giants. We're just waiting on confirmation of a pitching change, and it is going to be Austin Adams coming in for the Diamondbacks. He is going to be taking over for Miguel Castro. So Austin Adams on in relief. The first pitch to Jock Peterson's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball that misses inside. The count's 1-0. Adams on the season. As he works into the windup, he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded right back off the pitcher, Adams. They're going to have to hurry to get Peterson. Then the ball is fielded and thrown into the dirt. Adams is doubled over with two hands on the knees. He is in a little bit of pain. We're going to get themselves a visit. That's going to be a base hit here for Peterson. A little bit of hard luck for him. We're going to see where that has caught the pitcher here. But he has got both hands on his knees. He's reaching down. Looks like it might have got him in just above the right ankle, on the maybe even on the shin side. And he has not moved out of that position since he's been struck. So we're going to see how that is going to be here. He's going to need a little bit of attention. Look at that, right on the ankle. Oh boy, that's going to hurt. So we've got ourselves time here. He is doubled over in some pain. Going to see what the manager and the pitcher, pitching coach Brent Strom has come out. And it looks like he's going to hop off the field here. Austin Adams' night is over on one pitch. Or check that, 2 pitches. The pitch to Peterson right back to the mound. He's going to be helped off the field by the manager, Torey Lavello here. So the big fella's night is done. We're going to go to the bullpen here. It is going to be Patrick Bailey who will be coming to the plate as he is replaced Blake Sable. So stick around with us, everybody. We've got a pitching change as Austin Adams, unfortunately, is going to be hopping off the field. We'll be right back in just a couple moments after this.
Hello, everybody. Steve Rodmacher coming back at you again. And during this pitching change, for a change of pace, let's open some baseball cards. We'll get through these quickly. 2023 Topps Big League. We have rookie card of Tyler Freeman to go along with a Matt Chapman. And why not a Jake Cronenworth? Shoot 'em, Jake! We do have a rookie card of Brett Beatty. That's pretty cool. To go along with the uncommon Carlos Correa. Pretty common to me, but what do I know? Trey Mancini to go along with a rookie of Kodai Senga. Freddie, tell them about Kodai. And one of my favorites, Devin Williams of my Milwaukee Brewers. All right, looks like the pitcher's coming in. Freddie, you can take over now.
Appreciate you, Steve. On 2 pitches, Austin Adams' night is over as he gets hit with a comebacker off the bat of Jock Peterson. So he is out of the ball game. Peterson is the runner over at first base for now. Check to see if they are going to run for him. Sometimes they may put the runner in when it's on its second base. They have a right-hander coming into the ball game. It is going to be Luis Frias, so he's going to get as much time as he needs to get himself ready to go. We'll tell you a little bit about Frias, and then we'll take another little break here. Frias on the season. This is his 3 seasons with the Diamondbacks. He is making his 10th appearance. He's worked 11 innings so far. He's allowed 15 hits, 8 runs, all of which have been earned. He's walked 9 and struck out 10. The 25-year-old from the Dominican is, as we said, parts of 3 seasons with the big club here. So now it is going to be his turn to come on in relief. Just hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments as we make this pitching change. As we said, it is going to be the catcher, Patrick Bailey, coming up to hit here, the runner at first. We'll be back after this once Frias is set. Welcome back, everybody. It is a pitching change. As we said, Jock Peterson hit a ball off the ankle of Austin Adams. His night is over on 2 pitches. It is going to be Patrick Bailey who will be batting for Blake Sable here in the spot in the batting order, as Bailey came in to catch last half inning. But the pitcher, Frias, is just about finished completing his warm-up tosses, and we are about ready to resume the action. So Frias on in relief. He is going to be the 4th pitcher used now by the Diamondbacks. He follows Gallen, Castro, Adams, and now Frias. And we're ready to resume the action now. The big right-hander just completing his last couple of tosses. As we said, no record on the year, fluffed up ERA up of just over 6.5. Now he has completed his tosses, and we are ready to go. So for Patrick Bailey, he had himself a decent ball game last night. He was involved in the stat sheet in many different ways, both on the offensive and defensive side. He was 2 for 5 in last night's affair. He had a single, a double in his 5 trips to the plate. And we're ready to resume the action. Here comes the first pitch. It's a fastball at 95 that backs Bailey off the plate for ball one. The count is 1-0. So Frias here on in relief. I'm curious to see if the Giants will go to Duvall, their closer, as he was used in last night's affair. So here comes the 1-0 offering. It's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count goes even at 1-1. Good old-fashioned hard ball from the Dominican right-hander. He just comes right at you with heat. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bailey, who's hitting .258 on the season. 5 homers and 31 runs driven in. And the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. And the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we noted, we'll give you the full recap after this game is done from all the scores around the league. We'll give you all the highlights in this one. And we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow night with these same 2 ball clubs. Hopefully you can make it in. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field, but not deep enough, as the right fielder, Jake McCarthy, is underneath it. He just got a little underneath it, did Bailey. That is going to retire him for the first out of the inning. So 1 away, and that is going to bring up the center fielder, Luis Matos. For Matos, he is 1 for 3. He's got a double in 3 trips. He's also grounded to the pitcher and struck out looking. Matos striding to the plate. And the first pitch on the way, it's a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-handed pitcher working to the set. Now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Matos waggling the bat as he waits on the offering, and the pitch on the way. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is popped up into shallow left center field. Moving over underneath it is Carroll. He's battling the wind, and he's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Matos for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Well, for Crawford tonight, his big blow came in the 6th inning when he hit a 2-run shot off of Zach Gallen to tie the ball game at 3 at the time. He is 2 for 3 in this one. He's got a single, a home run, and he's grounded out to second. He's raised his season average to .215, and there is a changeup that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Frias has struggled this year. One would never know it based on the first 2 batters he's faced here. And the stuff that he has, you can see why the Diamondbacks like him. Don't want to give up on this guy. Here comes the 0-1 offering. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that just misses outside, and the count is 1-1. Lots of movement on his pitches. And it's the late life on the fastball that gives hitters the fits. Anytime that you can run in on the hands or bust the ball away, that late life in that last 10 or 15 feet can really do it. There's a fastball swung on it. It's popped up over on the first base side, giving chase as the pitcher, but he's going to watch that sail into the seats behind the first base dugout. That's going to run the count to 1-2 on Brandon Crawford. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crawford's home run was measured at 420 feet, which is 20 feet greater than the MLB average. MLB average right at 400. So it is Luke Jackson and Sean Manaea who are up and throwing in the bullpen for the Giants. So no sign of Camilo Duvall for the 9th. As that fastball misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Crawford. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander working to the set. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses outside. The count now goes to 3-2 on Crawford. Well, the runner Peterson is going to be in motion here once the ball is on its way to the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Brandon Crawford. As the right-hander works to the set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to do it. Crawford down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. Now it is going to be interesting. Are we going to get ourselves Manaea, or is it going to be Luke Jackson to finish it off here? But we'll find out when we come back in just a moment. No runs in the inning, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're moving to the top of the 9th inning. Your score is the San Francisco Giants 4, the Arizona Diamondbacks 3. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment after this with all the action. Four to 3 is your score line. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being with us tonight.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Be sure after the game to go check him out. He's got all kinds of wild and crazy things. It is the top of the order. Was slated to come to bat for the Diamondbacks. It'll be 2 switch hitters in Geraldo Perdomo, then Ketel Marte, and then Corbin Carroll. And it is still the right-hander Ryan Walker in the ballgame, and he delivers a first-pitch fastball that swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1 to Perdomo. So this will be inning number 3 here for Walker, as he is on in a relief of Alex Cobb. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count goes to 0-2. Now the hitter has asked for his timeout. Perdomo has stepped out of the box. They have him shifted around to the right side to the San Francisco Giants as the right-hander works to the set and now delivers a fastball which is swung on and lifted foul down the left field line. The count now is going to remain at 0-2 to Perdomo. Wasting very little time is the right-hander Walker. He gets the ball and he's ready to go. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Perdomo really sets up wide. He's got a no-stride approach here, and there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander works to the set. Here's the 2-2. A fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count now goes to 3-2. This is almost similar, eerily similar to the at-bat that Perdomo had back in the 4th inning. He fell behind 2 strikes, and he battled back against Alex Cobb, though. Take him for a walk. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Perdomo's got his first hit of the evening. He's aboard with a single. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Ketel Marte. And it's also going to have some Andrew Bailey racing to the phone to find out what the status of his arms are, as it is the lefty Manaea and the righty Jackson that are throwing. And here comes the first offering to Marte. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Marte 1 for 3 tonight. He homered in his last at bat. And he's also flown out to right, and he is grounded to second. All 3 of the runs tonight for the Diamondbacks have come on solo shots. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's pop foul behind home plate, and the count now goes to 0-2. The first 2 hitters here, switch hitters. Corbin Carroll will bat from the left side, so one might think that Sean Manaea might be coming in to face Carroll. Here's the pitch. There's a slow breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Marte. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's the right-hander ready to go again. Works to the belt. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball. Swung on it is lifted down the left field line. Giving chases the third baseman, J.D. Davis, but he runs out of real estate as that ball short hopped the wall. Unable to get there in time. That's going to keep the count at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. So Marte ready to face the offering here again from the right-hander Walker, who kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down. Count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the right-hander works to the set. Now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the third base line, and it is Davis who's underneath it to catch it in foul territory. And that is going to retire Marte for the first out of the innings. So 1 away. That's going to bring Gabe Kapler out of the dugout, as it looks like that he has seen enough of the pitcher Walker, who's done a pretty good job tonight, 2 1/3 innings. So Kapler on his way to the hill. And he is now calling for the left-hander, Sean Manaea, to come on in to try to finish this one out. We'll be right back here in just a couple moments. Your score is 4-3. Runner at first, 1 gone. The big left-hander making his appearance in. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. Steve Rodmacher coming back at you again. And during this pitching change, for a change of pace, let's open some baseball cards. We'll get through these quickly. 2023 Topps Big League. We have rookie card of Tyler Freeman to go along with a Matt Chapman. And why not a Jake Cronenworth? Shoot 'em, Jake! We do have a rookie card of Brett Beatty. That's pretty cool. To go along with the uncommon Carlos Correa. Pretty common to me, but what do I know? Trey Mancini to go along with a rookie of Kodai Senga. Freddie, tell them about Kodai. And one of my favorites, Devin Williams of my Milwaukee Brewers. All right, looks like the pitcher's coming in. Freddie, you can take over now.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support that you give to our channel. We do have a pitching change as the Giants are going to the bullpen. A nice line here tonight for the right-hander Ryan Walker. A little surprised to see him come back out for his 3rd inning of work. He went 2 1/3 innings tonight, allowed a couple of hits, and he had some defensive work behind him, but he was pretty solid. It is going to be the left-hander Sean Manaea coming in for the Giants here. So Manaea in to take over, as he is going to be making his 25th appearance of the year. He's got 3 wins and 3 losses. He has worked 70 2/3 innings. He has started 6 of the 24 appearances thus far. He's given up 68 hits. He's allowed 51 runs. 43 have been earned. He's walked 27 and struck out 85. So Manaea is on in relief as he takes over here for Ryan Walker. And he is going to be facing Corbin Carroll. The diminutive lefty is 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded out twice and flown out to center. The first pitch from Manaea is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Perdomo is the runner at first. There's 1 gone. We're here in the top half of the 9th inning. As the lefty Manaea holds set, now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Christian Walker slated to follow here in the 9th as the offering is ready to come. Here's the 1-1 to Carroll. It's a breaking ball that misses up and in and backs the Diamondback left fielder off the plate. The count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Lefty Manaea holding set. Now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. There's a lot of space out there for the right fielder, Michael Conforto. He makes the catch And that's going to retire Carroll. That's going to leave it all up to Christian Walker here with 2 gone in the 9th inning. We're going to see if we're going to have yet another pitching change or not. Patrick Bailey looks like he's got some communication issues. He needs some work done with his helmet. This is the part that kind of bothers me, is it looks like he's going to have to get himself another earpiece. Or is this an opportunity for the pitcher to collect his thoughts here, or for them to be able to get some information relayed to him? So they're having some issues now with 2 outs. So Bailey is going to get himself a new earpiece here as he's ready to go. Just too much technology that's going on here in the game today, for my liking anyway. So Bailey returns to his spot behind the plate. And Sean Manaea ready to go again, as it is going to be the first baseman, Christian Walker. Walker strides to the plate. He's a 1 for 3 tonight. He's got 22 homers and 68 runs batted in on the year. And the first pitch is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1. Count is 1-0. It doesn't get any easier as Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is on deck. But they have the lefty in here. Makes you kind of wonder why they would do it here. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-1. They do have a right-hander up and throwing. It is Luke Jackson in the bullpen. Doesn't look like Camilo Doval is available tonight, as he is the normal closer who would come in to shut and lock this baby down. Here's the 1-1. It's a fastball that misses down and away. They throw over to first, and they're going to pick off Perdomo. What a way to end the game. Perdomo gets a little too far off of first base. The Diamondbacks are going to want to go up and have a look at this one. So hold your horses, everybody. But that is how the game would end. Patrick Bailey back picks Perdomo at first base. We're going to get the replay of it first. Lamont Wade Jr. gets the throw down. They're going to go up and look at it. But I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have to go look at it a replay. That one there is got to be about 6 inches away. We're still going to wait to see what the replay is, but this will be a quick one, one would have to think. We're going to just go ahead and mark it down as a final here for the Giants, but we'll hold out until the official ruling has been made. What a throw by Bailey to Dale Perdomo at first base. The umpires have come out. Dan Iasanya looks like he's struggling a little bit. The right hand goes up, and that's the end of the ball game. No runs in the inning. There was 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was nobody left on base. The final score is the San Francisco Giants 4, the Arizona Diamondbacks 3. What a play by Bailey to end the game. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back in just a moment after this. We appreciate you guys for being in here with us.
Great game you called, Freddie. This is Steve Rodemacher, and you guys, now that the game's over, should come over to my channel to see some awesome stuff like the buttons behind me, or the unopened magic cards behind me, or things like a Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card. Why not? An Earl Weaver rookie card, Hall of Fame manager. We have a rookie card, Tony La Russa, for the Kansas City Athletics. And next we have Ted Simmons, Hall of Fame catcher for the Cardinals and Brewers. Later went on to the Braves. We have autographs of Marianne from Gilligan's Island, Dawn Wells. And you know it, it's Danny Trejo, Machete, with a machete. Hey guys, thank you again, Freddie. Awesome game. Same channel tomorrow, everybody. Last Reps Baseball, and hopefully same time.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We're going to wrap this one up. We'll give you the highlights here. And it was the scoring came early for the Diamondbacks as they got on the board in the 5th inning with 1 out. It was a Lourdes Gurriel solo shot to make the score line 1-0. In the top of the 6th inning with 1 out, it was Alec Thomas who turned the trick as he went to the opposite field with his 7th homer of the year. That made the score 2-0 for the Diamondbacks. With 2 out, up stepped Ketel Marte in the 6th, and he hit a home run just shy of the McCovey Cove, and that made the scoreline 3-0. Well, the Giants got all those runs back in the bottom of the 6th inning. A leadoff single by J.D. Davis, but he was erased in a double play by Jock Peterson. And then it was a Blake Sable single, followed by a Luis Matos double to bring home bringing home Sable with the first run for the Giants. Up stepped Brandon Crawford, and he deposited a 420-foot blast to straightaway center field, and that made the scoreline 3-3. Then what happened was it went to the 7th inning, and with 1 out, it up stepped Lamont Wade Jr., and he hit a home run just shy of the McCovey Cove into the right field seats, and that made the scoreline 4-3, and that's how this game ended. The final score again, 4-3. We appreciate everybody who jumped in here, and Shotgun Shell, the same thing. We appreciate you for being here and listening in with us. We're going to give you the recap from around Major League Baseball before we sign off on this one. So the scores from around the league, pretty much everybody is a final except in a couple of locations. So we'll give you that here. So the Tampa Bay Rays knocked off the Yankees in the American League 5-2, 5-6-1 for the Rays, 2-7-0 for the Yankees. Zach Eflin gets his 12th win of the year. Carlos Rodon takes the loss. He goes to 1-4. Pete Fairbanks gets his 14th save. Yandy Diaz hit his 15th homer. Randy Arozarena his 18th for Tampa Bay. The Baltimore Orioles knocked off the Toronto Blue Jays 13-3 in the Rogers Arena or Rogers Center. 13-16-0 for Baltimore. 3-5-0 for Toronto. Kyle Bradish gets the win. He's 7-6. Hyun-Jin Ryu in his 2023 debut takes the loss. He goes to 0-1. Anthony Santander hit his 19th for Baltimore. Gunnar Henderson his 18th for Toronto. Brandon Belt hit his 9th, and Danny Jansen his 15th. Texas Rangers knocked off the Chicago White Sox 2-0 in Texas. 2-4-0 for the Rangers, 0-3-0 for the White Sox. Andrew Heaney got the win. He goes to 8-6. It was Schultens who takes the loss. He goes to 1-4. Will Smith gets his 18th save. Home runs by the Rangers. Adolis Garcia hit 26. Mitch Garver hit number 6. In Houston, it was a no-hitter by Framber Valdez that highlighted the night as they beat the Guardians 2-0. Valdez goes to 9-7 on the year. Williams takes the loss. He goes to 1-3. 2-6-0 for the Astros. Nothing across the board for the Guardians in that one. The only other game in the American League that is still underway is the Boston Red Sox have a 6-4 lead over the Mariners in Seattle. That's in the bottom of the 9th inning. It is Verdugo with his 8th, Reese McGuire with his 1st, Eugenio Suarez hit his 15th for Seattle. And that one, National League Finals, Philadelphia Phillies beat the Miami Marlins 3-1. All 3 runs for Philly came in the top of the 9th inning, 3-6-0 for the Philadelphia Ball Club, 1-11-0 for Miami. It was Gregory Soto getting the win. He's 3-4. David Robertson takes the loss for Miami. It was Sir Anthony Dominguez getting his first save of the year for Philadelphia. Nick Castellanos hit his 15th home run for the Phillies. The Milwaukee Brewers knocked off the Washington Nationals 6-4 today. 6-6-0 for the Brew Crew, 4-7-0 for the Nats. Freddie Peralta, he goes to 7-8 on the year. Josiah Gray takes the loss. He's 7-9. Devin Williams gets his 27th save of the season. The Chicago Cubs put up a 20 spot on the board against the Reds. 20-21-1 for the Cubs, 9-13-2 for the Reds. Steele gets the win. He goes to 12-3 for the Cubs. Lively takes the loss. He's 4-7. Cincinnati had a home run from Tyler Stevenson, his 8th on the year. There were a whole pile by the Cubs. Michael Tauchman hit his 6th. Nico Horner hit his 8th. Miguel Amaya hit his 3rd. Bellinger hit his 16th. Dansby Swanson hit 2. That gave him 15 on the year. And Patrick Wisdom hit his 19th. 7 in total for the Cubs in that one. The San Diego Padres fell to the Colorado Rockies beat the Colorado Rockies 8-5 today. 8-9-0 for the Padres, 5-12-0 for the Rockies. Suarez gets the win in relief for San Diego. He's 1-0. Lambert takes the loss for the Rocks. He's 2-2. Josh Hader gets his 26th save. Juan Soto hit 2 blasts for the Padres. He's now got 22 on the year. It was Ryan McMahon hitting his 18th for Colorado. The interleague games that went on this evening, and there were a few of those, it is the Detroit Tigers were in Pittsburgh to play the Pirates. They dropped that one to the Pirates 4-1. 4-8-0 for the Pirates, 1-6-0 for the Tigers. Oviedo gets the win. He's 5-11. Matt Manning takes the loss. He's 3-3. David Bednar get his 22nd save. Luis Peguero hit his 3rd homer of the year for the Pirates. In Atlanta, the Braves knocked off the Angels tonight, 5-1. 5-7-0 for the Braves, 1-6-0 for the Angels. Spencer Strider goes to 12-3 on the year. Patrick Sandoval falls to 6-8. Orlando Arcia hit a home run. That was his 11th. Michael Harris hit 2. That gives him 11 on the year. Once again, your final 5-1 Atlanta over the Angels. Minnesota waltzed into St. Louis to play the Cardinals. Pablo Lopez got the win. He's 6-6. Miles Michaelis takes the loss. He's 6-7 as the Twins beat the Cardinals 3-2. 3-7-0 for the Twins, 2-7-1 for the Cards. Johan Duran gets his 18th save of the year for Minnesota. Tyler O'Neill hits his 3rd homer of the year for the Cardinals. In 10 innings, the Kansas City Royals knocked off the New York Mets 7-6, 7-9-0 for the Royals, 6-8-2 for the Mets. Fernandez gets the win in relief for the Royals. He goes to 1-6. Raleigh takes the loss for the Mets. He's 0-2. It was Francisco Alvarez hit his 21st of the year, and Pete Alonso hit his 31st for the Mets. Again, your final 7-6 Kansas City. The only other game that is currently going on, it is a 5-3 ball game for the Dodgers over the Athletics. That game's in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-5-0 for the Dodgers, 3-5-0 for Oakland. All the runs for the Athletics have come on solo shots. Geloff hit his 4th, Rooker his 18th, and Diaz his 7th. The Dodgers had a home run from Mookie Betts, his 28th of the year. Once again, everybody, we appreciate everybody for listening in tonight. It's been another Last Drafts Baseball production. Hope you all have a great evening. Come on back and see us again tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Have a great night, everybody. Same 2 teams, same time, same place.
Great game you called, Freddie. This is Steve Rademacher, and you guys, now that the game's over, should come over to my channel to see some awesome stuff like the buttons behind me, or the unopened Magic cards behind me, or things like a Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card. Why not? An Earl Weaver rookie card, Hall of Fame manager. We have a rookie card, Tony La Russa for the Kansas City Athletics. And next we have Ted Simmons, Hall of Fame catcher for the Cardinals and Brewers. Later went on to the Braves. We have autographs of Marianne from Gilligan's Island, Dawn Wells. And you know it, it's Danny Trejo, Machete with a machete. Hey guys, thank you again, Freddie. Awesome game. Same channel tomorrow, everybody. Last Drafts Baseball, and hopefully same time.